Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Costas along with Nick Bonaconte. And, Nick, the assignment for Dick Vermeil's Eagles: bounce back and forget about last week's 20-0 defeat at Los Angeles.
Well, an anemic 112 yards for the Eagle offense last week. Ron Jaworski having an awful day. But Dick Vermeil feels that he has the leadership ability to turn the Eagles offense around. His target will be Harold Carmichael, who has receptions in 68 consecutive games. He's the man that Jaworski will go to in tough situations. And at middle linebacker, 66, Bill Berge. He doesn't tackle people, he destroys them. The Lion running backs will pay for yardage today.
Well, he'll have his sights set on Greg Landry, who leads the NFC right now in passing stats through the first 2 weeks, and also his talented pair of running backs, Dexter Bussey, 24, and Horace King, 25. They rank 2 and 3 in the NFC in total rushing offense, and Bussey, coming into this third week, is only 1 yard behind Walter Payton of the Chicago Bears, who is the overall leader. The Lions are 1-1, as we mentioned. Everybody in the NFC Central is 1-1, so Detroit has to figure that they have a chance to dethrone the Minnesota Vikings. They have games coming up, 2 of them this year with Minnesota, and they'll be looking forward to that. But right now, Nick, we're approaching the kickoff, and it looks like the Lions are going to be kicking to the Eagles to get this one underway.
You know, a little contrast, because the Lions, although they're leading in offense in the National Football League, Landry has been sacked 10 times in the last 2 games, so it's going to be interesting to see whether the Eagles can put the same type of rush today.
Well, I had a 50-50 chance of being right, and I was wrong. The Lions are going to receive. So we're going to see Horst Muhlman of the Eagles kicking off, and this may be the biggest workout of the day for Muhlman, because he happens to be, what with the troubles that the Eagles have had on offense, he is the only regular kicker in the NFL who has not attempted a field goal to this point in the season. Rick Kane, number 32, will be back deep for the Lions, and Muhlman will kick off. There is Kane in the middle. He is flanked by Andy Bolton, 43, and Leonard Thompson, 39. And we're underway at the Silverdome. Kane at the 3. Little trouble finding the handle, but he's turned this one into a good return. Out of bounds across the 30, near the 35. In the backfield for Detroit, Landry, Bussey, and King. We've told you about that. J.D. Hill is out with an injury. He's not in uniform today. Ray Jarvis replaces him at a wide receiver. And the Lions go with 2 tight ends, David Hill and the veteran Charlie Sanders. There is their veteran offensive line, perhaps the best, number 76, Rocky Freitas. A 32-yard return to the 35-yard line by Kane to open the game. Bussey and King, and then Sanders in motion. King with his first carry. Good yardage out to the 42. A pickup of 7 before he was stopped by the strong safety, Randy Logan, number 41. The Eagles use a 3-4. Manny Sistrunk, obtained from the Redskins, along with Charlie Johnson and Carl Hairston up front. Berge's the big man in their linebacker corps. Tom Ehlers is starting for the first time at one outside spot. Outlaw, Edwards, Logan, and Eric Johnson in the secondary. 2nd down and 3. King and Bussey a little confused. Landry rolling right. Stopped for a loss of 1.
Well, Horace King can't find a spot in the backfield, and he goes the wrong way, and Landry has to tuck the ball underneath and follow his blockers as best he could. This is one thing that the coaches don't want. Tommy Hudspeth can't stand to see this, because this is where you get your quarterback injured on busted plays like that.
Landry has had problems with knee injuries in the past, and he is playing with a brace on his left leg right now. He once was one of the finest running quarterbacks in the NFL. He is less inclined to tuck it in and go nowadays. 3rd down play. King gets the call and the first down out near midfield before being stopped by Randy Logan once again, with an assist from John Sanders, number 26. We'll take another look at it.
Good blocking by the offensive line. Bollinger coming out, making a good block on Ehlers, and look at Berge being cut off beautifully by Markovich, giving King the big hole. I think I could have ran that one, Bob, for some yards. Beautiful run.
Horace King getting a chance to show what he can do in the absence of Lawrence Gaines, their regular fullback, who underwent knee surgery in July. They expect him back in a couple of weeks. From their own 49, Landry again to King, and this time not too much. Charlie Johnson stepped in to hit him first. Johnson is a rookie from Colorado, number 7 draft choice, a 25-year-old rookie. He spent 4 years in military service, and he is starting in place of Art Toms.
You know, it's Vince Papale being a 31-year-old second-year man, and Johnson, a 25-year-old rookie. Sort of strange drafting.
Papale last year, backup wide receiver and special teams player for the Eagles, was the oldest rookie in NFL history at the age of 30. King getting plenty of work early. Only about 2 this time. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Dexter Bussey with a big week against the Saints last Sunday, 150 yards, and he came into this game only a yard behind Walter Payton for the NFC rushing lead.
Bob, Lem Berman, who is their young, good pass rusher, has come into the ball game, replacing Manny Sistrunk. So let's take a look at him. He's number 67. Let's see if he can get a rush on.
They like to bring him in obvious passing situations such as this one. Landry will put it in the air for the first time today. If he can find somebody, and the Eagles put on too much pressure, and down goes Landry. That's been a problem both last year and this for the Lions. Landry sacked 67 times last year and 10 times already this season.
Well, you know, it's a veteran offensive line, and they usually don't make mistakes like this, but Johnson comes free. John Morris, the center, fails to pick him up, and it's really an easy sack for Johnson on Landry. But they've had problems the last 2 ball games, and as good as they've looked offensively, they've looked bad.
Another problem area for the Lions has been their punting. They're looking at number 10, Wilbur Summers. He is the second kicker they've used during the regular season. They let Mitch Hoops go after 1 game. Low snap from Mark Markovich, but Summers manages to get it away. Larry Marshall, number 22, fielding it at the 18 and bringing it out to about the 26 before being stopped. A 45-yard punt by Summers. Check it, 37-yard punt by Wilbur Summers. This telecast is presented by authority of the NFL and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Detroit Lions and the NFL is prohibited. First and 10 for Ron Jaworski and the Philadelphia Eagles, who couldn't get anything going last week against the Rams. Jaworski has been intercepted 5 times this year, more than any other quarterback with the exception of Fran Tarkenton, who has also been picked off 5 times. Doug English made the stop on Mike Hogan, who carried on the first down play. Tom Sullivan, Mike Hogan, and Ron Jaworski, the quarterback. Big Harold Carmichael, Charles Smith, and the youngster Keith Krepley, who is trying to fill the shoes of Charlie Young, are the receivers. And there's the offensive line. Jerry Sizemore is a man they say is greatly underrated. He's moved to guard from tackle the past couple of years. 2nd and 6 from the 31. Hogan again. Despite missing about 6 games last year, Hogan led the Eagles with 561 yards rushing. Running against the defensive line of Ken Sanders, Herb Orvis, Doug English, and Ernest Price, who is starting in place of the injured Jim Mitchell. Neumoff, Laslovic, and Ed O'Neill in place of the injured Charlie Weaver, the linebacker corps. And the man to watch in the secondary, number 21, rookie Walt Williams, 2nd-round draft pick from New Mexico State. The others are veterans.
Dick Vermeil did say, Bob, that he would use the I formation because he felt last week the Rams were keying on his formations.
3rd and 1. Jaworski going to keep for it, and it will be close.
Good Lord, look at Moses on the sideline. That's Yarborough, and he won't be playing today because he has an injured ankle, and Hertwig will play in his spot.
Offensive lineman for the Lions. Jaworski got the first down at the 37, keeping the Eagle drive alive. Play action fake, and Jaworski with a little flip. He's got Silky Sullivan, who is forced out of bounds short of midfield. He was pushed out by Levi Johnson, the free safety, number 23.
This is a good fake. He just is a play action pass, faking a Hogan, trying to suck in the linebackers, which they do, and he just kind of lofts a wide open pass to Tommy Sullivan. Sullivan wide open, linebacker was caught up inside. Good tackle, knock him out of bounds. But that was a good pattern by Sullivan. And this is what Jaworski's going to have to do. He's going to have to mix the run and the pass on first down to keep the Lions defense honest.
A gain of almost exactly 10 yards. Another first down from the Eagle 47. Carmichael, number 17, to the bottom of your screen. First man through is Hogan. 3, maybe 4 yards out near midfield before Orbis and Sanders combine to bring him down. There's Dick Vermeil wearing the yellow shirt along the sidelines. And as you can see, the Eagles have had a very difficult time. Should correct myself here. Vermeil with his arms folded in the white shirt. Roman Gabriel behind him. Backup quarterback, who is, of course, assisting him as they get the word from the coaches upstairs. And Mike Hogan breaks tackles, has the first down, moves inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line of Detroit.
Hogan had 8 carries for 5 yards last week against the Rams. Totally different offensive look right now because they're going to the I formation and tossing it back, all back to Hogan, trying to get his offensive tackle, Ed George, out in front of him, which he did. It was a well-executed play.
12-yard pickup for Hogan, second-year man from Tennessee, Chattanooga. Played his college ball under the former New York Giant great Joe Morrison. A quick drop and flip by Jaworski. Carmichael trying to make a one-hand catch, but couldn't hold on, and Walt Williams is going to be called perhaps for a face mask. He reached for the head area of Carmichael, and you've really got to reach up high to get him around the head.
Well, you need a ladder to get up by Carmichael's head. All it is an out pattern, meaning Carmichael goes out towards the sideline. It's not pass interference, it's use of the hands up around the head, which is a personal foul and will be a 15-yard penalty against the Detroit Lions, and this really hurts them. Puts them back deep in their own territory.
Cal Lepore is the referee, and we'll listen to him as he gives us the official call. Ball is moved down to about the 23-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 21, defense, first down.
So the rookie, Walt Williams, perhaps a bit overzealous in pursuit of Harold Carmichael. Here it is again.
This is a la Lynn Swan. An Atkinson shot up around the head. Carmichael takes it very graciously.
And, of course, they're watching that sort of thing more closely than ever this year in the NFL. Prepley, the tight end, in motion on the play. Sullivan, the second man through, is tripped up. Ken Sanders made the initial hit, number 82. He's a 6-year man from Howard Payne, who weighed only 214 pounds as a rookie 6 years back, but has beefed up to 250 and become a regular along their defensive line. The Eagles last in the NFL in rushing stats, the Lions first. Second down 9 with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter at the Silverdome. We have no score, but the Eagles are threatening. Hogan trying to go wide. And a loose football. The Lions have it. Doug English grabbed it on the bounce. And the Eagles turn it over. English helped to his feet, holding the ball on high. And the Lions regain possession. No score with 6:56 to play in the first quarter.
We have assembled here a most congenial group brought together by their love for a truly great beer. Right, group?
Right.
It's light beer from Miller. Right, group?
Right.
They think the best thing about it is it's less filling. It has a third less calories than their regular beer. Right, group?
Right. Wrong. The best thing about it, it tastes great. No, Horning, it's less filling.
Says who?
Says me.
Hey, take it from me. It tastes great.
Who are you?
You won't think this fight is no joke when you come to and your nose is broke.
No wonder you don't get no respect.
I tell you, I don't deserve no respect.
You still don't know nothing about beer.
I thought I threw you out of this bar last year. I feel very strongly both ways. I never argue.
Hi, Mickey.
Hi, doll.
What's a nice guy like you doing in a fight like this?
Waiting for you, doll.
I still don't know why they wanted me to do this commercial.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Bob Costas with Nick Bonaconte back at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan.
Toss back to Hogan here. Now watch Hogan. He looks like he's trying to lateral the football or throw a pass. They might have had the halfback pass on. English recovered the football.
So the Eagle drive is stymied, and the Lions, with Landry handing to Bussey, are back in business again, and Bussey, running nicely, is out across the 40. He'll have a first down. Dexter Bussey, who came into this afternoon's game with 195 yards rushing through the first 2 Detroit games.
It's Hill and Sanders, the 2 tight ends, and Bollinger, who makes a good block here, along with King, Spring, and Bussey for the big yards. This is what they did last week and the week before. The running game has been going good because Sanders and Hill get it started. The 2 tight ends, it's been a good offense so far for the Lions.
Neither Bussey nor King is an especially good blocking back, but when you put the 2 big trucks, Hill and Sanders, out there, and they act as a convoy, it can make for a potent running game. Landry calls on King. He gets out near the 45, gain of maybe 3.
Well, hello there, a Silverdome beauty.
Don't have to worry about wind and the elements messing up the hairdo. Bill Berge made the stop. He had 234 tackles last year, an all-time Philadelphia record. Had 12 tackles last week against the Rams in Los Angeles. He's all over the place. And as we told you earlier, Landry, the leading passer statistically, with a rating of 95.1 through the first 2 weeks. King again, there's a penalty marker down as he squirts through to about the 48-yard line. John Sanders, who is starting in place of Eric Johnson at a free safety spot for the Eagles, made the initial hit. Johnson sustained a concussion last week against the Rams, and it is doubtful that we will see him at all today. Waiting for the indication here, but it appears to be against Detroit. Cal Lepore will step it off. And let's listen.
Motion 68. Offense, it is 2nd down.
Mark Markovich, one of the offensive linemen for the Lions, was in motion on the play. It'll be 2nd down, the down over, and now 12 yards to go. The ball is on the Lion 40. 6:09 showing on the first quarter clock.
Bob, they've been running at Ed O'Neill, number 55, the linebacker.
Bussey trying to go left. Cutting back in, some nice moves, and a gain of about 4. Out near the 44-yard line. And some more scenery picked up by our director, Jim Silman.
3rd down situation here with a double tight end. I wouldn't be surprised to see him put Charlie Sanders in motion, trying to get the strong safety to go over there with him and then probably go back to one of the backs.
Luther Blue, number 89, rookie from Iowa State, number 4 draft pick, is in the lineup now in this passing situation for the Lions. That's Blue. And Landry to throw under the gun, and for the 2nd time in the first quarter, he is sacked. And the Lion fans, as you can hear, did not appreciate it. Carl Hairston, number 78, made the tackle, bringing Landry down. That is the 12th time this year in a little more than 2 games that Landry has been sacked. And once again, Wilbur Summers is in to punt. Coming into this game, the Lions had a net punting average of less than 23 yards per kick when you count returns, blocked kicks, touchbacks, and the like. Summers kicked for 37 the first time. This one is high, and Marshall elects to call for a fair catch at the 22-yard line, and that's where Philadelphia will take over after a 41-yard punt by Wilbur Summers. We have no score at the Silverdome with 4 minutes and 54 seconds to play in the first quarter. There's a flag down on the play, and we may be doing this over. Cal Lepore with a busy first quarter.
Bob, Mark Markovich, the guard who moves over to center on punts and snaps, has had problems on his snap to the punter. He's rolled it back 3 or 4 times this year.
Ineligible player downfield, 57. Offense, it is 4th down.
Those are the things you like to eliminate in preseason. You hate to see them during the regular season because it really fouls up consistency of the club.
Garth Tenaple, number 57 of the Lions, got down there a bit too quickly. And the Eagles figure they can do a bit better in terms of field position than the 22, so they make Summers kick again. And Marshall will fair catch again. Almost dropped it, but manages to hang on at the 28. So they gained about 6 yards in that exchange. And now with the clock reading 4:46 after a 39-yard kick by Wilbur Summers, it'll be Philadelphia ball.
Ford in your future is coming. The new Ford Fairmont. A new car designed for today and the years ahead. Fairmont's mileage ratings are the same as a little VW Rabbit when both are equipped with automatic transmission. Yet Fairmont has 90% of the head, leg, and shoulder room of most large cars and fine all-around visibility. This kind of room is combined with the highest mileage rating in its class. Test drive Fairmont October 7th. Fairmont, the newest, better idea from Ford.
Want to cut your fuel bills? Whether your house is new or old, put insulation everywhere. It can save you money. Your attic, you need a 6 to 12-inch blanket of pink Owens Corning fiberglass. Walls, full insulation. Unheated crawl space, insulate below the floor. Live where it's cold, insulate basement walls. See your Owens Corning fiberglass supplier to learn all about insulation. Insulation is cheaper than oil.
Dick Vermeil on the left of your screen, 4-10 last year after leaving UCLA to take over the Eagles, his first year in Philadelphia. And Tommy Hudspeth on the right side. He took over midway through last season when Rick Forzano departed. Mike Hogan carrying the ball, and Doug English, who recovered the fumble to stop the previous threat by the Eagles, made the tackle on that play. A couple of doubleheader games on tap here on CBS. St. Louis at Washington, a big Eastern Division battle in the NFC, and out on the West Coast, San Francisco at Los Angeles. Check your local listings for the game in your area, and we remind you that some cities will see only a single game due to the NFL blackout policy. No gain on the play for Hogan. 2nd down and 10, and Jaworski is brought down by a combination of Ken Sanders, number 82, and Charlie West, number 40, who came up from his strong safety spot.
Well, it's definitely a safety blitz, and Jaworski is trying to sprint out to avoid the rush, but no one picked up Charlie West because Tommy Sullivan went in motion. He was the man who should have picked up West, and he didn't. And those cornerbacks or safeties, they love to have sacks, Bob, because it doesn't happen too often.
Brings up 3rd down and 16. Lion front 4 credited with 6 sacks last week in a win over New Orleans. They can pretty much let loose and come charging in on this play. Jaworski has time, though. And right into the hands of Levi Johnson. Johnson with the interception, and he may go. Cut down finally at the 15. Levi Johnson, who picked one off last week against the Saints, adds another. He intercepted 6 last year, and Jaworski laid this one right in his arms.
Good protection by the offensive line of the Eagles. Jaworski just simply overthrows Carmichael. Beautiful center field play by Levi Johnson. And one thing he likes to do is run with the football. He has good speed, good moves, a good return.
And a 32-yard return it was.
Carmichael was open, just overthrew him.
Hard to overthrow Carmichael, but Jaworski did that time. 3:26 to play, first quarter. And the Lions with their first scoring threat. First and 10 from the Philly 14. Bussey. He may take it in. Touchdown, Dexter Bussey. (6-0) Detroit as they immediately capitalize on the break following the interception by Johnson. Let's look at it again.
There we go. You have Hill and Sanders making a big block. Bollinger turning the corner, making sure everything heads inside. All Bussey does is run to the open spot in the end zone. It's a touchdown. The blocking for the Lions has been superb.
Steve Mickemeyer, obtained before the season from San Francisco, in to kick. And Gary Danielson, backup quarterback, will hold, but wait a second.
My old teammate, John Morris, number 63, we were teammates at Boston. Just went to the turf.
Let's listen to Cal Lepore again.
Encroachment 65 on the defense. This penalty being enforced on the kickoff.
Charlie Johnson jumped across, and it won't change the position for this kick, but it will allow the Lions to kick off from the 40 instead of the 35, following the point after. So we do it all over again. Danielson holding, Mickemeyer kicking. 7-0 Detroit. Once again, the strong ground game has been the story for the Lions. Bussey, 3 carries for 30 yards. King, 5 for 21. And with 3:20 to play in the first quarter, Detroit 7, Philadelphia nothing.
Panasonic invites you to take a picture of a voice with a Panasonic cassette tape recorder.
Things was a lot different than it is now.
All with built-in mics. Some with built-in radios. There are pocket models.
Should last another 50 years.
And even some that record in stereo.
Say something. Come on, speak something.
So take a picture of a voice with Panasonic.
Say something, bark.
Sit tight, Pop. I'll pump myself. Let me tell you something, gang. Any gas will get you where you want to go. But it ought to be in there cleaning your carburetor, too. Now, you want to make sure you're getting the job done, use new STP gas treatment. You just pump in a can with every tank load of gas, and it goes to work cleaning like a bandit. Clean that carburetor. Get a hold of this, and do it yourself. Keep the change, partner.
Tomorrow night is Elvis night, as CBS invites you to see and hear Elvis in concert. Tomorrow at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Mickemeyer kicking to 22, Larry Marshall, and 31, Wilbert Montgomery. 7-0 Detroit after the scoring run by Dexter Bussey. And Mickemeyer kicking from the 40, drives it about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and Montgomery elects to bring it out. And a loose football as he's brought down, but they're going to say that the play was whistled dead before it came loose. Everybody's scrambling, but it's Philadelphia ball at about the 20. Play whistled dead before Montgomery coughed it up. Here's Bussey's scoring run again.
Touchdown run. Watch Charlie Sanders block. Beautiful block. Morris King making a good block on John Outlaw. Springing Bussey, and all he has to do again is follow Bollinger into the end zone. Charlie Sanders gives him that immense blocking from that wingback position, something that you normally don't get from a wide receiver.
And Dexter Bussey, who ran for 858 yards a season ago, gets the Lions on the scoreboard early. Lion fans a bit upset that Montgomery's return was not ruled a fumble. They think it should be Lion ball again. Instead, it's Tom Sullivan carrying, and he is belted down by Ed O'Neill, right side linebacker number 55. The Jets and New England in the first period, 14-7 New York. New England coming off that tough overtime loss against Cleveland on Monday night.
Richard Todd must be really engineering the Jet offense. He had a bad first 2 games, but he's coming on strong. We have Pittsburgh 7-0 over Cleveland. Another Cleveland coming off a Monday night game, so both Monday night teams having problems.
Terry Bradshaw, a 6-yard toss to Lynn Swan for the first score in that game. Sullivan trying to get outside and moving across the 30. Looks like he has a first down. Levi Johnson and Jim Laslovic, the middle linebacker, combined to stop him. Two of the three linebackers out on the field right now for Detroit, graduates of Penn State, Laslovic and O'Neill. And how Joe Paterno can turn out those linebackers.
An interesting note, though, Bob, is Laslovic, as a middle linebacker, only had one tackle last week against the Rams.
He's a 5-year veteran who succeeded Mike Lucci 4 years ago. First down from the 31, 2:27, first quarter. Again, a quick drop by Jaworski. Intended for Charles Smith, number 85. Williams was there on the coverage. Second down and 10.
Bob, had that pass been thrown on the money, Levi Johnson would now be standing in the end zone for an interception, because he read that play beautifully and came over from his strong safety position.
Let's watch that coverage.
There it is now. What you're going to see is Smith come up over the middle, and the ball is thrown behind him. Look at Levi Johnson. If that ball's on the money, he goes into the end zone.
He's already intercepted one, and that set up the Lion touchdown. Jaworski to throw once again. And this time he's got Carmichael, ridden out of bounds by Walt Williams. That's good for first down yardage out around the 45-yard line. And we'll look at that again.
Just a deep sideline pattern. Carmichael going down about 15 yards, and Jaworski waiting for him to make the break. He just lays it on the money. Now he has receptions in 69 consecutive games, moving on the mark of Tommy McDonald.
All-time Eagle record held by Tommy McDonald. Pass receptions in 80 consecutive games. A gain of 15 for the first down. 2:19 to play first quarter. Tom Sullivan, not much. Silky Sullivan running into a solid wall there after a gain of maybe 2. Ernest Price and Ken Sanders combining to bring him down.
Doug English is the best defensive lineman on the Detroit squad. If anybody's going to get a pass rush, number 78 will probably do it.
Jaworski calling on Hogan, and O'Neill spinning Hogan down. O'Neill getting a chance to start because Charlie Weaver pulled a hamstring muscle last week in the victory over New Orleans. And O'Neill thus far stepping in and doing well. Third down 6 from almost exactly midfield.
Len Barney just went in to make it a nickel defense, meaning 5 defensive backs now for Detroit.
Ray Claiborne returned a New York kickoff 100 yards for the tying touchdown. 14-14 the Patriots and the Jets. They're still in the first quarter. Passing situation for Jaworski with time, and he's got his man, and Sullivan slips a tackle and moves to about the 36-yard line of Detroit before Lem Barney, who is making his first appearance on this series, combined with Walt Williams to bring him down. Barney, the great defensive back, no longer a regular for the Lions, but in there on this series.
Sullivan, most versatile, just goes down about 7 yards, hooks up. Laslovic had the coverage, missed it, and Sullivan gets the first down. It's difficult coverage for the middle linebacker, having to take a speedy back like Sullivan one-on-one.
Barney came in that passing situation as an extra defensive back with Ed O'Neill, outside linebacker, going out. That was the 7th Philadelphia first down, so if nothing else, they're moving the ball much better than they did a week ago. Jaworski's going to keep it in the air. And the completion to Charlie Smith, and he paid for that catch. James Hunter came up and nailed him. Hunter's second-year man from Grambling, who led the Lions with 7 interceptions as a rookie in 1976.
Love that 9.3 speed on the corner. Those guys can go get it.
Pick up of 5, and that was probably the last play of the first quarter. 2 seconds, 1, and that'll do it. They'll switch sides, and we can tell you now that Jaworski is off to a pretty good start. He's completed 4 of 6 for 44 yards, but of course 1 was intercepted, and that cost them the touchdown.
When life's grind gets to you.
Mustang.
Let a Mustang take you away. Mustang, an exciting way to get from where you are to where you want to be with 4 on the floor and rack and pinion steering.
Mustang.
The 78 Ford Mustang 2 T-Roof Convertible.
Go Mustang!
So beat the grind. Go Mustang. A better idea from Ford.
Homeward bound, coast of New England. The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll-free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure.
As we get set to begin the second quarter at the Silverdome, it's 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles after the completion, Jaworski to Smith, with the ball at the line 31. Carmichael, number 17, wide to the left. Smith, 85, wide right. Second man through, Tom Sullivan, going nowhere. Charlie West, number 40, along with Herb Orvis, 82, there to bring him down.
Now there's Dick Vermeil. He's talking to his coach in a yellow shirt. That's Bill Davis. Look at him give the signals. He's sending the play in to Jaworski. Last week there was some controversy that the Rams overheard Jaworski in the huddle, so they're trying to eliminate that.
Brings up 3rd down 3. Vermeil himself was wearing the yellow shirt the first couple of weeks for the Eagles, flashing the signs himself. Now he's delegated that assignment to Bill Davis. Jaworski looking for the first down, and it's broken up by Levi Johnson, who got his hand in front of Keith Krefley, the tight end. Greg Landry getting set to come back in. And let's see if they call on Horst Muhlman or Spike Jones here.
That was good pressure by Herb Orvis right up the middle, which forced Jaworski to get rid of the ball a lot sooner than he wanted to.
If they tried a field goal, and they are, it'll be a 47-yard attempt. Spike Jones will hold. He's their punter. He'll put it down at the 37, and some confusion, and Jones wisely calls for a timeout. This will be Muhlman's first field goal attempt of the 1977 season.
Bob, the confusion being number 84, Keith Krefley, forgot to come on the field, and the Eagles lined up with only 10 men. And as a wingback, they loved to come around that corner, and there was just no man there to block them. So it was a good move by calling a timeout. I think they saved a blocked field goal.
This is well within Muhlman's range. He has kicked them from as long as 53 yards. 9-year veteran, native of West Germany.
I think Krefley will hear about that one.
Cleveland has tied Pittsburgh on a 22-yard pass from Brian Sipe to Dave Logan with only 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Don Cockcroft added the point after touchdown. They're tied at 7. Here is Muhlman, and this one is blocked. Let's see if we can pick up who got in there. Whoever it was hurt on the play. Might have been Leonard Thompson. Thompson, a reserve wide receiver, and the ball may have hit him right in the face, Nick, as he came through and blocked Muhlman's 47-yard field goal attempt.
Although Krefley came into the ball game, didn't look like he did much in the way of blocking Leonard Thompson as he whips around the corner. Look at that, right up in there. It hit him right in the face, as you said, Bob. A glancing blow. I don't think he's hurt seriously because they do wear face masks, but he is down.
Thompson whipping around that corner in a big hurry. Nick, did you ever get your face in the way of a kick? You blocked a few field goals.
Yeah, I never was that quick, and I never was that tall. But I did block field goals with my hands. You'd be surprised how much time is spent on the special teams just going through the field goal attempt, the field goal block. They do it every day.
Leonard Thompson being held to his feet. Apparently it got him around the right eye, but he's all right. And we'll be right back.
Should have bought Mobil 1. The oil, it saves you gas, you know.
Should have bought Mobile One. Helps you start at 35 below.
Should have bought Mobile One. Engine temperature hits 500. You're cool.
Should have bought Mobile One. You only change it every 15,000 miles.
Mobile One, the oil that does it all. Take it from an expert.
It's good, and it's halftime here at the stadium.
This fall, take a few minutes between halves and build up your lawn with some Scott's Turf Builder. Right now is the best time of year to get a thicker bluegrass lawn by growing more grass plants. Turf Builder will make any active lawn greener now and green up faster next spring.
We're all set for the kickoff now.
Just a few minutes this weekend. You'll see the difference now and next spring, too.
I'm yours. I don't go with married women. What are you doing in our Granada?
Granada? This is my Mercedes.
Hold tight. Get in hands to my Cadillac.
Cadillac, that's the Granada. Alone at last, beloved.
Beloved?
Where's my bride?
You got that Mercedes with another man.
Another man?
The new Ford Granada. One way to tell it from Cadillac or Mercedes is its sticker price. When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels.
Lion ball with 14 minutes to play in the second quarter. They're at their own 30-yard line. A couple of Eagle drives have been stopped, one by a fumble, another by a blocked field goal. And briefly in the hands of Ray Jarvis, but broken up by John Outlaw, number 20, as he knocked the ball free.
John Outlaw, just a veteran defensive back. Just a quick out pattern by Jarvis and a beautiful throw by Lanchi right on the money, but look at the way Outlaw strips him of the football. That's that good veteran experience that comes in handy.
He's a 9-year man from Jackson State, formerly with the with the New England Patriots, Detroit Lions, as you can see, leading the NFL. Total rushing yardage. Bussey, who scored the touchdown earlier, trying to come back against the grain, manages to get it out around the 35. It's going to be third down and about 5. Bill Berge made the tackle. Charlie Johnson helped him out.
Dave Hill a little upset that he missed the block on the outside linebacker Ehlers. So Bussey had it cut back to the middle where Berge wrapped him up. Now I think what they've done, Bob, is they've taken Bussey out of the backfield and they'll have Luther Blue and Ray Jarvis as the wide receivers, 2 tight ends, Sanders and Hill in the backfield along with King.
Detroit 1 of 3 on third down conversions so far. And if Hill can get across the 40, they'll be 2 of 4, and that's what it is. Finally shoved out of bounds. Number 95, John Bunting, came over there, but it was John Outlaw who actually made the contact, which finally caused Hill to go out, but not before he got the first down.
A new wrinkle added by the Detroit Lions this week is to have the 2 receivers and the 2 tight ends on the field, along with only 1 running back. And here you see it now. Now, Hill just wasted a linebacker's to drop back and goes 3 yards down across, slant, and Landry delivers him the football and just a foot race to the outside for the first down. Nothing fancy.
Hill, a productive receiver as a rookie a year ago, caught only 19 passes, but 5 of them went for touchdowns, so he frequently turned in the big play. Dexter Bussey bottled up, going nowhere. Manny Sistrunk credited with the tackle. Eagles got him from Washington a year ago in exchange for Joe Lavender. Giants and Atlanta waging a defensive struggle so far. They have finished the first quarter, no score. Loss of 1 on that last play, second down. And about 11 yards to go. You can call it a long 10 just to agree with what they put up there. And that hasn't improved the situation much as John Bunting brought down Dexter Bussey.
Well, they're running the same play both ways, towards us and then away from us. Again, trying to use the blocking of the 2 tight ends and King, but it's not successful in the last 2 plays. Landry's going to have to loosen up the Lions a little bit, throw the ball a little on first down, little play action pass, because I think Jarvis could be wide open all day long on a play action pass.
Third down and about 10. from midfield. 11:40 to play in the second quarter. Landry scrambling out of the pocket. Berge is after him, and Berge manages to chase him out of bounds, and the Lions are going to have to punt. Well, one thing that can be said for sure, the Lions have enjoyed better punting success today than at any time during the preseason or regular season in 1977.
The one thing that is consistent all year long is that the opposition to the Lions are getting a good pass rush on every key third down situation. The offensive line has not improved over the last 2 games.
The Lions in the first 2 games had 2 punts blocked, a snap on a punt go through the end zone for a safety, and another one returned for a touchdown. So every time they get one away, they breathe a sigh of relief. Good snap from Markovich back to Summers, plenty of time. There's a penalty marker down, and Summers really got his foot into this one. It drives Marshall back to the 5. More penalty markers as Marshall dances his way out to the 15. A 47-yard kick by Wilbur Summers.
Raining flags everywhere. The line of scrimmage, 2 downfield, so it has to be clipping downfield, which it is. That was a very bad decision by Marshall, because there's a 10-yard line rule in the NFL, which says you don't catch the football inside the 10. A big mistake.
Cal Lepore will untangle all the flags for us and give us an explanation of how it all comes out. We know for sure the Lions will kick again.
Ineligible downfield, 57, offense. Personal foul, clipping, defense on the return. Penalties offset. It's 4th down.
That is the second time that Garth Tenaple, number 57, on the Lions special teams, has gotten downfield too quickly on a punt.
They may loosen up his pocketbook with a little fine if he continues.
You got to look at Marshall, number 22, and Summers has the 47-yard kick negated. He's got to try it again. Another high kick, this one not quite as long, and Marshall has learned his lesson. He lets it bounce, but it may not get to the end zone. It works out perfectly for the Lions as they down it inside the 5. So Marshall heeded your advice, Nick, but it didn't turn out too well. And Garth Tenaple atoned for his earlier mistake by downing the ball at the 4, and Summers did 2 yards better. This time, a 49-yard kick, and the Eagles have their backs to the wall.
America, you've been changing.
Coming, going, changing, growing. The things that make up life.
Why is Bank AmeriCard becoming Visa? To keep up with you.
You're traveling, you're moving, you're taking more from life.
Today, you need money that's good around the corner, all across America, and in 117 countries around the world. That's why Bank AmeriCard is becoming Visa, the most widely recognized card in the world. Visa, we're keeping up with you. To make it in this business, you got to stay one step ahead of everybody else. So I've got something nobody else has. Sunoco's penny pinching pump. It could save you money on quality gas, like my 190, the gas that's made to sell below my regular. And most cars that run on regular can use it. Hey, if I don't want you to pass me by, I got to give you a price you can't pass up. Sunoco's penny pinching pump can fill up your tank for less. That's my way of being very friendly.
Next Saturday on CBS, the sports spectacular highlights of the U.S. Grand Prix from Watkins Glen, New York. Nicky Lauda, the man to beat there. Bill Superfoot Wallace, defending his world middleweight full-contact karate championship. And then part 2 of the world's strongest men competition. This week, they're going to try to bend a steel bar. I guess Clark Kent is the favorite in that one. Hogan for 3, maybe 4 yards. Wilbur Summers.
There's a happy Wilbur Summers waving to the fans, say, don't worry, I'll do it all day long. It was a good decision by Hudspeth. I belong on the ball club.
Second down, 6. Jaworski from inside his own 10. Sullivan to about the 10. It'll be 3rd and 4. Laslovic, the middle linebacker, made the stop. What about this world's strongest men stuff? Can you bend the steel bar in your bare hands?
I don't know. I saw Mike Lucci, who was an executive with Vic Tanny, and I asked him if he was going to enter the competition. But he says, no, he's going to defer and let it to the young guys. Can I bend the steel bar? Yeah, if it's made of aluminum.
They did some crazy things in that competition. Pulling cars along roads with ropes, carrying refrigerators on their backs.
All getting hernias.
The Eagles 2 of 4 on third down conversions. They need 4 yards here, and they won't get it. Hogan tried to squirm forward after he hit the deck, and it will depend upon where they mark it, but I don't think he has the first down.
Hogan would have easily made it on this draw play. Good blocking by the Eagle offensive line, but he stumbles a little, tries to go a little forward on his hands. It's close for a first down, but just a tad short, so looks like the Eagles are going to have to punt the football.
And this will be the first time that they have punted today. They've lost the ball a few times on a fumble, interception, had a field goal block. But Spike Jones, who has punted 16 times already this season, will get his first opportunity for this afternoon.
Well, this should set up the Lions in real good field position, because they should receive the football somewhere along the 15 with any type of blocking should get to the 40.
The Falcons have scored early in the second quarter. Monroe Ely with a 1-yard run. Atlanta leading the Giants 7-0. Dick Giron, number 26, defensive back, 5-year veteran from Yale, waiting for the kick, which Jones gets off from about his own 5. Giron at the 42 keeps his footing across midfield and to about the 47 or 48-yard line of the Eagles. A 46-yard kick by Spike Jones, and once again, good field position for the Lions. 9:19 to play in the second quarter. Detroit leads Philadelphia 7-0.
Your car will always need new parts, but you will never need to buy another battery. Once you own the J.C. Penney battery, it never needs water, ever. And it has more power to start your car than any other car battery. So dependable, it's fully warranted for as long as you own your car. If it ever fails, return it. We'll replace it, free. Only at J.C. Penney Auto Centers or catalog desks. It's the last battery your car will ever need.
You know why Zenith developed Color Century? Well, did you ever see my face and it looked too red? Other times it's all washed out. That's why.
Zenith Color Sentry. Think of it as a TV control room in your set. It controls the color picture, corrects the color picture automatically, 30 times a second.
And that makes a difference. After all, I don't play for the Cincinnati Pinks.
See the difference Color Sentry makes. Only from Zenith.
Sunday, Rhoda's mother, Nancy Walker, returns.
Ma, you are incredible. I know.
Sunday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
From the 47-yard line of Philadelphia, the Lions have it 1st and 10. A look at the last play. Giron might have called for a fair catch, but decided not to.
Papali being down there, but a good block by Rick Kane gives Giron a little running room and gets it down to the 48.
Vince Papali, almost a legend already in Philadelphia, subject of a big story in Sports Illustrated this week. The fans here in Detroit don't like it as Bill Berge spins Dexter Bussey down a few seconds after the whistle, but Bill just trying to follow through.
What's so unusual about a Berge tackle? He does it most of the times anyway, so Berge delivering a body slam to Dexter Bussey.
We're talking about Papali. He didn't get Giron on that last play, but more often than not, he'll be the first man down there on punt coverage for the Eagles.
That's what you call a hungry player.
Bussey got 3, bringing up 2nd down and 7. Fake to Bussey, flip to Jarvis. He has good speed if they can give him room. And they do. He jitterbugs his way to about the 32-yard line. That'll be a Lion first down.
This is a screen pass to Jarvis. He just takes one step back. Landry delivering the football. Now watch the block by Hertwig. He makes a beautiful block. Knocking the cornerback down, and Jarvis just spins and fights for the first down. But Hertwig getting out there in front of the ball carrier, making it possible for Jarvis.
The completion good for 12 yards. Cleveland has gone in front of Pittsburgh with 10:50 to play in the second quarter. A 2-yard run by Cleo Miller. So the Browns, who once trailed 7-0, now lead 14-7. Second man out of the backfield, Dexter Bussey, for virtually nothing. Tom Ehlers, number 59, made the stop.
Bob, this is a very important series for the Eagles defensively. If the Lions jump out ahead 14-0, the way the Eagles offense has been operating, which has not been too successful, it's going to be a hard uphill battle for them to get back into the ball game.
Landry, as you saw, has attempted only 3 passes so far. He's also been sacked 3 times. He leads the NFC in passing efficiency through the first 2 weeks. Bussey once again, but the Eagle defense was waiting for him.
You know, that's what the NFL is all about. A little entertainment, a little fun, a little enjoyment. The kids are certainly enjoying the Lions' performance today. They're pointing up there, watching themselves on television. A beautiful day for the family.
3rd down and 9 from the 31-yard line.
All right, we have the double receiver. No, number 32's in the game, Rick Kane.
Ray Jarvis wide to the left side. Here comes Sanders in motion, and Kane trying to go outside. He needs 9 yards, and he's way short of that. So they elect to keep the ball on the ground on 3rd down and 9, and some of the Boo Birds here at the Silverdome let the Lions and Tommy Hudspeth know how they feel about that decision.
Well, I can almost agree with them, because I feel the play selection during that series was going back to the 30s, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But Landry certainly has good receivers out there, and he might as well use them. That's what they're there for.
Gary Danielson in to hold. Mickemeyer will attempt the field goal. He is 3 of 4 so far this year. They spot it at about the 37, so it will be a 47-yard attempt. Mickemeyer gets it away. It has got the distance, but it is wide to the left. So the ball goes over to the Eagles. The clock shows 5:49, and there you see a disappointed Gary Danielson walking away as Mickemeyer missed it, and the score remains Lions 7, Eagles nothing.
The Ford in Your Future is coming October 7th. The new Ford Fairmont. A new wagon designed for today and the years ahead. The Fairmont wagon has excellent mileage ratings, but while it is trim and lean outside, Fairmont has almost 90% of the passenger space of most large wagons, and with its seat down can swallow up all this cargo. Is Fairmont the Ford of your future? Test drive Fairmont October 7th. Find out for yourself. Fairmont, the newest, better idea from the Wagon Master.
5 on the 50-yard line!
Hey, Charlie, it was cold last night. You put in a Prestone antifreeze?
Prestone. Who needs Prestone?
Prestone? You need Prestone.
If your antifreeze is worn out or you don't have enough, you could be in trouble. So put in a fresh fill of Prestone, too, to prevent corrosion and freeze-ups.
Prestone. We need Prestone.
Prestone. You need Prestone.